That's a whole lot of ways to say this man got screwed for buying a condo. Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. My name's Alex, and in this video I'll tell you about the Philippines immigration fires 7 individuals for illegal activities. Canadian man takes on the Philippine legal system after mismanagement of his condo. A drunk American sleeps on the streets. Plus more, beginning with our main story, but this one's going to be a bit more detailed. I think it's very important for us foreigners and expats to know what we're going to get ourselves into in the Philippines, so bear with the details, but I think it's very significant. Here's the story. A Canadian national has asked the National Bureau of Investigation 7 to probe alleged mismanagement at the condominium in Barangay Kamputa, Cebu City, citing violations of fire safety regulations, among others. George Nathaniel Hancock, a unit owner at Windland Towers Condominium Corp, is asking the NBI to investigate alleged fire code violations, criminal negligence, and possible collusion among the Bureau of Fire Protection, Windland Towers, and the Office of the Building Officials. Hancock raised concerns after the BFP7 confirmed that Windland Towers has not been issued a fire safety inspection certificate. In a letter dated January 9, 2025, provided to Sunstar Cebu City by Hancock, the BFP7 informed the foreign national that the condominium has pending compliance with the Fire Bureau requirements originally due between October 28, 2024 and January of 2025. The Superintendent Reynolds of BFP7 acknowledged that the letter that no fire safety inspection certificate has been issued to Windland Towers. He also assured Hancock that the agency would conduct another inspection. Instead of waiting for the latest inspection results, Hancock filed a complaint against Enoch with the BFP National Headquarters Office of Internal Affairs Services over alleged misconduct. However, the agency said his complaint could be dismissed unless he complied with the format prescribed by the 2017 Rules of Administrative Cases in the Civil Service. He refused, citing concerns over possible, quote, forum shopping, which is the practice of selecting a court or a judicial perceived to be offering the most favorable outcome for a legal case. Hancock had already filed a complaint with the Office of Ombudsman and is waiting for its response. In his complaint letter to Ombudsman dated December of 2024, Hancock questioned why BFP allowed Windland to operate without an FSIC, Fire Safety Inspection Certificate. He cited multiple violations, including Windland's failure to comply with Presidential Decree 957, which mandates the creation of a condominium corporation to ensure that unit owners participate in property management. Windland, he said, had operated without an FSIC for 25 years, and the BFP allowed this non-compliance unit 2024 when pressure from unit owners prompted the installation of fire extinguishers and alarms on the building's first floor parking levels. Sunstar Cebu asked for a comment from the Cebu City Fire Station's information officer, Wendell Villanueva, about Hancock's move. Quote, I don't want to dignify his evil motives, especially towards the management side of the condo, end quote, said the text message. Hancock also accused the Secretaries of Exchange Commission of not acting on unit owners' requests of assistance despite multiple letters and visits to his office. He said he paid 4,000 pesos to access Windland's financial records, but received nothing in return. The issue began in 2021 when Hancock and other homeowners questioned the legality of the laundry business operating on the second floor of the building, car parking. When asked for the FSIC, Windland failed to provide any documents. Hancock also said the OBO also refused to assist him. Hancock said the business permit and licensing office, upon learning the matter, instructed the city treasurer's office to withhold payments from Windland for new business permits unless the FSIC was presented. The BLPO also issued a cease to desist order to Windmill owner Nancy Yu, prompting the closure of the second floor laundry room. However, the business later reopened on the 4th floor. That's a whole lot of ways to say this man got screwed for buying a condo. Essentially, he bought a building that's not up to code when it comes to fire safety. Look, there's a lot to unpack here, which I just don't want to be honest. This man made a decision, maybe not knowing or just misled to believe this condo was up to par. I mean, when you buy a home, you generally assume things are in place, especially at a condominium. But things like this happen on every level, and this is why I personally would never have any interest in buying a condo in the Philippines, specifically because, firstly, I just don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about the builders, the laws, the permits, the fire, the this and the other. And I've been renting at dozens of condos in the Philippines. And there's nothing against the Filipino people. I just think this is like whoever the condo owners are, they're just greedy. They don't want to spend the cash to go ahead and make the building up to par and make it safe and all that. And they cut corners when they can, right? So as a as a new person in a new country, this is not something I want to take on. It's already stressful enough to try to like adjust to a new culture, new people, new way of doing things. For some people, this may be okay, and that's fine. But for this Canadian man, this is not okay. And he's chased this whole thing down this rabbit hole, which I don't think is going to get any results. There's so many different angles to take on this. I just feel bad for the dude because it looks like he's trying to do all the right things, but I just don't see any results. I feel like the government, the corporations, the law, everything is just against him right now. So let's see how far he's going to take it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know, what do you think of this story? And then an American man rescued workers in Pattaya, Thailand faced a frustrating ordeal when heavily intoxicated American tourist was found lying in the middle of the road, refusing assistance and insisting he was simply trying to sleep. The incident occurred at 11 o'clock on March 25th when Sawang Buribun, whoever rescue center, received a call from concerned local reporting a foreign man asleep on a second road in Jomtom Beach. Upon arrival, rescue personnel found that the tourist was identified himself as the only American, refusing to give his name. Lying intoxicated on the road, Good Samaritans and other tourists had already moved him to the roadside, I should say, before the rescue team arrived. However, when approached, the man became agitated and told responders, quote, "Why is everyone here? Leave me alone. I just want to sleep," end quote, before lying down again at the entrance of a hotel, ignoring the attention of passerby. He also complained about the noise of passing traffic disturbing him sleeping, causing further concern that he might be at risk. Rescue workers attempted to persuade the man to move for more than 30 minutes, but he remained adamant about staying put. Eventually, they informed him that the police would be called to take him away. At this point, the tourist suddenly regained his composure, stood up, and walked off as if nothing had happened. Worried for his safety, bystanders and rescue workers followed him until he disappeared from sight. Believing he had safely returned to his accommodation, a hotel security guard later stated that he had seen the tourist staggering towards the hotel's gate earlier in the evening, but had not thought much of it, assuming he was just another intoxicated guest. However, when he noticed a crowd gathering on the roadside, he decided to investigate and later assisted in calling the rescue services. No comment. Mandem cannot hold down their drinks, just passing out wherever they want. Alcohol is a hell of a thing. Next up, 7 Bureau of Immigration personnel have been relieved of their duties following allegations of their involvement in the illegal departure of at least 200 Filipinos who were victims of trafficking. These personnel assigned to Ninoy International Airport are being investigated for assisting the illegal exit of the trafficked peoples who were recently rescued from online scam syndicates in Myanmar. The investigation is part of the Philippine government's ongoing efforts to combat trafficking as directed by the President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. The BI also highlighted the involving tactics of traffickers such as using individuals with clean travel records to avoid detection. In 2024, the BI intercepted over 1,000 victims. Alright, so you can think of what you want of that story, but 7 people have been dismissed for helping. And then in some alarming news, the BI operatives in Mindanao uncovered a syndicate using fake Filipino identities to run businesses employing illegal aliens. On March 2025, Chinese national was arrested in Davao del Sur for managing a hardware store registered under a non-existent Filipino owner. The individual had working visa for Pasig City but was working illegally in Davao. On March 24th, 4 other Chinese nationals were arrested in Milang, North Cotabato for working illegally in a chemical plant. One of them found to have classified and falsified identity as a Filipino. The business was registered under a fake Filipina owner, with the real owner being Chinese national. The BI expressed concerns about exploitation of fake Filipino identities by illegal aliens trying to open up businesses in the Philippines. Of course, nothing new. Once again, criminals trying to get away by pretending to be either Filipino or opening up a business under their partner's name, which usually is a Filipina, probably paying somebody to use their name or stealing their identity. There's a whole bunch of ways to try to make this happen, but it did not work out in this case. Next up, a quick update on those people that went missing while hiking and now have been found. A joint search and rescue operation by the Philippines Army's 11th Infantry Battalion and local authorities successfully located and recovered 6 foreign climbers who went missing near Mount Talinas, Negros Oriental. I was curious who actually found them, so I guess it was part of the military and local rescue team. And then in some quick but alarming news, cases of dengue fever in Iloilo province have reached over 1,000 and 7 individuals have passed away from it. That's always been kind of scary to know a mosquito can bite you and you're done, you know, and man, that's insane to think that way. And I wonder if there's like a proper treatment. I'm so ignorant about this topic and this case. I'm going to do my own research in the future. I want to know, what is dengue? And look, obviously it's happening enough that it's a concern, but is there like an actual antidote or like a treatment thing? Or is it just people just not having the funds to get proper treatment? I'm curious of why did people pass away, right? So it's got to be a reason, but I'll look into that myself. But maybe you guys can share what you know about it in the comment section down below. Enough with the negativity. Let's move on to some positive news. A 7-Eleven employee was praised widely on social media after a clip showed him struggling to rescue a cat which fell into a canal by lowering his leg to allow the cat to grab to his foot while hanging on a metal fence. This was shared in Thailand. It eventually attracted the recognition of 7-Eleven Thailand, which said they will reward the employee for his empathy. Hey-oh! I mean, I would have much rather it was a dog that was being rescued, but all animals are innocent in my opinion. Good for him, good for this man going that far, and good for 7-Eleven looking to go ahead and compensate his heroism. Let's go back to the Philippines for some fantastic news when it comes to tourism. TRA is a flagship program of the Department of Tourism that travelers can use to lounge between the tours and islands. It also serves as a one-stop shop for local crafts, souvenirs, and products unique to Batanes. So this is a tourist rest station. They got bathrooms and all kinds of souvenirs. Just take a little break from your travels. And I've seen over 100 now, apparently, according to the article, that have popped up over the Philippines. Amazing news. Hopefully a small step towards gaining and attracting more tourists. Next up, budget airlines carrier Cebu Pacific announced Wednesday the acquisition of new ground support equipment to boost operation in Manila and other key hubs. New high-capacity tow tractors, mobile passenger steps, boarding ramps, deck loaders, catering trucks, and electric baggage tractors would be used at Naya Terminal 2 and 3. Whoa, awesome. And now it's time for our segment yesterday today where I share some of the most popular comments regarding our previous video. And ever since I mentioned the super thanks button at the bottom of the video, we can go ahead and show some extra support. A lot of people have been donating to the channel, so thank you so much. Starting with Alex Pento, who gave me $10. Whoa, thank you so much, Alex. And Wade L, who sent me $5. So thank you so much. I do appreciate those. They make a huge difference. Here's some of the top comments. Theme Pro 24 has been making the top comment list quite a bit now, and he says, I wish I could say I feel sorry for these passport bros with drug and alcohol problems who crash out. I feel bad for the authorities who have to deal with the fallout. I agree as well. I have very little sympathy when it comes to people inducing these kinds of things on themselves. Retired Duke, another pro commenter, says, funny as in you've got, oh yeah, this is about yesterday. Funny as in you've got a great sense of humor and I've gotten more than one laugh from you. You try to keep things upbeat and positive with all the negativity in the world. It's nice to see someone trying to keep it light. Thank you, Retired Duke. I hope that sarcasm came across as sarcasm. I just want to have any excuse to go ahead and show that clip from Goodfellas, I believe, with Joe Pesci that says like, like a clown funny? Well, thank you. I hope I'm not like, what kind of funny? Like a clown funny? Like a ha-ha funny?
Funny how? Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
I thought that was hilarious, but no, definitely thank you for sharing your thoughts as always. And lastly, RMISM8248 says, we appreciate your work, brother. I appreciate you guys watching and commenting and sharing and liking. Actually, kind of cool. I was able to capture the screenshot of when the subscriber number hits 8888. A lucky number. Hopefully, I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers with your help. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Some more, I'll tell you guys a story. You know, those airline peoples, what do you call them? Just like ground crew where they, tell the plane which way to go with those bright red flashlights. What is up with my brain? I can't think of any words. Anyway, you know what I mean. The guys with the vest and just tell you which way to go. Traffic controllers, directors, whatever. One time I was landing somewhere in the Philippines. This buddy, the thing wasn't even lit on, man. He had nothing in his hand. He was just like